Do you think negotiation is about being nice, about finding common ground, or about being fair? Get that out of your head right now, because while you're trying to be a nice person, someone else is taking your money. They are taking your future. That's very important to always remember while negotiating. Today, we are exposing the raw, beautiful truth about negotiation. We're talking about how to dominate, how to win. Before we dive in, let me introduce myself. I am Saadi Abbas, an author, professional trainer, coach, and consultant. I've worked in banking, industry development, and human resource management. I've also authored books on career development, interview skills, and of course, leadership development, and many, many others. This channel shares the knowledge, advice, and tips for young and ambitious professionals from experience, insight, and stories I have collected in a career spanning over 40 years. Segment 1, your lifetime earnings are at stake, the first brutal lesson. Stop leaving millions on the table. Your starting salary isn't just your starting salary, it's the foundation of your entire financial life. Every raise, every bonus, every equity grant, it's all built on that first number you negotiate. Mess that up and you're literally costing yourself hundreds of thousands, if not millions, over your career. Think about that for a second. Millions. Your leverage. It's never higher than when they want you. Okay, so remember, so when they want you, that's when you have real leverage. When that offer is fresh in their hands, they are practically begging you, okay, to stay with them. Yes, they are actually begging you. That's your moment. That's your absolute peak power. If you fumble that, if you don't squeeze every last drop out of that opportunity, you are not just leaving money on the table, you're building a table made of less money forever. Remember that, okay? So this is how you start. Now, let's be real. You get better at this with practice. That's of course normal. You have to keep practicing. Every negotiation is training for the next bigger one. So stop being a coward, stop being apologetic, start participating. How to fight for what's yours. Remember, you must always fight for what's yours and what you think you deserve. Okay, don't go overboard with that, but at least you should know that what is proper in the market. So your initial salary negotiation is the most critical financial decision of your career. Segment 2, the 4 pillars of winning, who you need to impress and how. So how do you actually win? It's simple, but not easy. There are 4 rules, 4 pillars of power that dictate your success. Break any of them and you might as well stay home. Point 1, they need to like you. Shocking, but it's the truth. I know, but people don't give money to disagreeable people. Be personable, be confident, not arrogant. Very important. Build rapport. This isn't about being their best friend. It's about being someone they want to work with and see to succeed. Point 2, they need to think you deserve it. This isn't charity. Your interview performance, your track record, your undeniable value, that's your strongest evidence. So you have to justify the money by proving your worth more than they initially thought. You don't ask, you demonstrate that this is what you actually deserve. Point number 3, help them justify it internally. Recruiters, hiring managers, some faceless compensation committee, they are your internal advocates. You need to give them the information to fight for you. They have to know exactly what you're about so they can actually talk about you and get you the money you need. Provide clear, conscious reasons why your higher number, basically your salary, makes sense, may make their job easy, and they'll make your bank account fatter. Point number 4, they need to think you are winnable. This is where most people mess up. They go too hard, too fast. They present offers so ridiculous that the other side just cannot say anything but no thank you. You need to be ambitious, but also reasonable enough that they believe you will actually take the deal. To win, you need to be likable, prove your worth, provide internal justification, and be a reasonable negotiator. I remember many years ago, I was applying for a job where there were 9 applicants for the same position. After the second round of interviews, there were only 2 of us left, me and another gentleman. During the third round, we talked about the salary. They gave me the initial offer. It was below the amount I was ready to accept. So I was ready to leave. After they saw that I was ready to leave, they actually increased the offer by 20% with some extra benefits. That was great. So I accepted. But sadly, I didn't get the job. What happened was that the other candidate who actually came after me accepted the initial offer they gave him. So they gave him a job. The thing was that he signed a contract for 5 years for the same salary. Okay? And of course, I went on and I got another job with a higher salary. And of course, after 5 years, my salary actually doubled, while the other gentleman who actually accepted the job, salary remained the same. So this just goes to show, if you are not prepared to leave, okay, you can lose a lot. Segment 3. Know your battlefield, the players, and their power. Who are you dealing with? It's not just one person. It's a cast of characters, each with their own agenda. Okay, so within an organization, there are many people, and of course, many people can, of course, affect the way you get a job. Number 1, the recruiter, your first line. They are the gatekeepers, but also your internal champion. Treat them with respect. Feed them information. They are the ones who can speak highly of you to those in power. Hiring manager, your future boss. They want you, and they are often your strongest advocates. Build rapport with them. Show them you are the solution to their problems, and they can't do without you. Number 3, the skip manager or executive. The big guns. These are the people who can bend the rules, approve exceptions, and smash through budgets. If your hiring manager can't get you what you want, this is who they can go to get you approved. The compensation committee, finance, HR, the budget keepers, they care about budgets and precedents. You won't talk to them directly, but your advocates will. Give them numbers and logic, not emotion. So when you talk to your advocates, make sure you give them numbers and logic. Understand these players, understand their roles, and you understand how the game is truly played. Identify and understand the roles of everyone involved in this hiring process to navigate the negotiation effectively. Segment 4, the preparation. Playbook, don't just show up, show out. How do we do that? Let's go forward. Winning isn't an accident, it's planned, and it's ruthless preparation. You have to be prepared to win. That is the most important thing. Strategy. Don't just apply to jobs here and there. Plan which offers you want to get and when. Practice with lesser companies first to hone in your skills. That's very important. So you practice with other companies who you may not want to join, but at least you get a practice in on how to negotiate. Research. This is not negotiable. Find out what people actually get paid for your role. That's very important. In your city, at comparable companies, stop guessing and get exact numbers of what people get paid. That's how you can build your lower and upper numbers. Okay. Define your numbers. You need 3. Your anchor, ambitious but plausible. That's the one. Your target. That's the one which you actually want, where you would be thrilled, and then your walk away. The absolute minimum you'll accept. Know these. So it's very important. So the one on top and the one in the middle, and of course the minimum you'll be accepting. Nothing less than this. So, script and mock negotiate. Seriously, write down what you're going to say, practice it out loud. Role play with a friend, sounding smooth and confident. Makes all the difference with when you do the interview, okay? You wouldn't go into a boxing match without training, would you? This is your career, your money, your life. Treat it like the fight it is. It is a fight. Okay, and you have to make sure that you win. That's very important. So be prepared. So thorough preparation, including research and practice, is crucial for negotiation success. Let's talk about something most people are too scared to admit, too ethical to even consider. But if you want to win, you need to understand it. You need to master it. I'm talking about the absolute subtle art of strategic presentation in negotiation, the information game. Very important. Now, segment 5, the masterclass, how to play the information game or twist the truth in a small way without ever lying like a pro. Look, in the real world, negotiation isn't always about holding hands and signing. It's often like a game where you show some cards but keep others hidden. That's how you win. Principle 1, the first number is always a lie. It doesn't matter if it's them or you. The first number they throw at you is always a lie. It's just where things start. It's their basic minimum number they're looking at, not where they actually want to go or where they're heading. So it's an opening move. Understand it for what it is. If they give you a number, their real number can be higher. If you give them a number, your real number can be lower or higher, depending on your plan. Always think of it as a strategic point. Principle 2, turn weakness into strength. Got a gap in your work history? Not as much experience as others? Most people see this as a big problem. You see it as something you can use. Yes, I have this gap, but that means I am more eager. I might be a lower cost than other candidates. I'll be more committed because you gave me a chance. Think about how to explain any disadvantages so it looks like a good thing for them. Principle 3, the power of strategic honesty. Twist the truth without ever lying in a negotiation. You can maybe say twist the truth, but don't lie. Here is how. If you admit a small controlled flaw, it can make people trust you more. Look, I know my experience in building a giant robot isn't as deep as some, but my passion for learning new things and my proven ability to pick up skills fast means I'll be designing better robots than anyone else you interview. Quickly, you say something small that it's true to make them more open to hearing something big and positive you promise. Trust is valuable. Being genuinely direct, even when it's part of a plan, it is very powerful. Principle 4, your confidence sells it. It doesn't matter if your skills, your value are amazing or just okay. What matters most is how confident you are when you talk about these skills. If you act like you have a better offer, okay, you could have. If you act like you are worth more, they will often believe you. Your belief in yourself spreads to them. If you hesitate, you show weakness. Plain and simple. So if you're confident in yourself, you will show that to them. If you are weak, you will show that to them as well. So it's both ways. Principle 5, the other offer, information. The number one negotiation truth bending that works almost every time. This is a common tactic. I am still talking with company B, and I expect to hear from them very soon, maybe next week, maybe by end of this week or next week. Okay? If you are, they will ask you, are you? Maybe, maybe not. But letting them know you might have another offer, especially from a competitor, gives you a lot of power. Important, you must be ready if they ask for proof. That's a problem. They ask you for that. If they do, you either have to show your hand or back down. This is where real offers come in handy. But if you don't have one, your willingness to walk away becomes your most truthful power. Principle 6. Want power? Learn to walk away. This isn't a trick. It's a real choice you might be ready to make if you aren't truly prepared to say no. Okay, so if you're not prepared to say no, then you have lost it. And turn down their offer, you have no power. They will know it, they will sense it, the moment you are truly ready to leave. You become incredibly strong. Why? Because the trouble, the cost, and the time it takes for them to find someone else is often much more much more costlier than, of course, paying you the extra money you are asking for. This isn't just a trick, it's how you need to think. You must genuinely be ready to move on if what they say is not what you're looking for. Principle 7. Notice their signals. It's very important. You have to see, the signs. Just like in a game, people give off small signs where they're trying to figure things out or hiding something from you. Maybe they swallow nervously, avoid looking at you, or suddenly get defensive. Learn to spot these signs, and on your end, learn to control your own signals, because you're also giving out other signals as well. So you might be nervous, you might not know what to say. If you look completely calm when you ask for a lot more money, that in itself is a signal of great confidence. Segment 6. Beyond the money, the total value play. Money isn't the only thing on the table. In fact, sometimes it's not even the most important thing. This is about your total compensation package. That is the most important thing. Yes, but also your total career value. That's what most people don't understand and most people don't know what to do about. Basic salary, obvious, your regular paycheck. Equity, stock options, RSUs, this is where life-changing money often comes from, especially in companies like tech and other such startups. Don't ignore it. Understand when you actually get to own these shares. It's very important. Now, performance bonus, extra cash based on how well you and the company perform. So you can also ask for a bonus as well. So how many percentage will your bonus be? These are all things we have to consider. Sign-on bonuses. Your instant money, great for bridging gaps or making up for lost bonuses, equity from your old job. That is also there. So remember that. Other benefits, health, retirement, matching, paid time off, these all add up. But then there is the total career value. Title, level, scope, these dictate your future earnings potential more than you think. A higher title at a good company can be better than more cash at a dead-end job. So remember that. So even titles have a benefit. Lifestyle, remote work, location, vacation policy, these are non-monetary things that can impact your quality of life. Don't discount them. That's very important. Now, negotiate for the whole pie, not just one slice. Remember, you're looking to get the whole pie, not just one slice, yeah? So that's very important. Most people actually are happy with the slice and they think they got everything, which they don't. There are other things as well which people actually don't know the value of. Always negotiate for the entire compensation package and consider the long-term career value of the role. Segment 7, the battle plan, timing your strikes. When do you strike? Timing is everything. Recruiter screening. Don't negotiate here. This is when your value is lowest. They are just feeling you out. Never ever give your salary expectations here. Instead, ask them about their budget, the compensation philosophy, flip the script on them and let them explain to you basically what they're going to offer. Don't ever tell them what you want at that stage. Interview stage. Your focus is simple. Be undeniably good. Build rapport. Your performance here directly translates to your power later. Pre-offer stage. Reiterate your unique value subtly. Hint at other interviews without giving any details. Build the anticipation. The offer call. Stay neutral. That's exactly what you have to do. You have to say, that's exciting. Please send me the full details in writing. That's what you say. Now, don't react, don't accept anything, and of course, buy some time for yourself to think what to do. Now, counter offers. First counter offer. This is your big move. Prepare yourself. So, prep your pitch, Rally your advocates, hiring managers, present your unique value. Okay? Now, multiple offers. Use them, negotiate your top choice. First, get that number as high as possible, then use that increased offer to leverage the other companies. That's how you play it. Okay, so you play one company against the other, and then once you get the big one here, then you go there, and I've got this one from here. Now you have to increase your side so I can get that. That's very important. Now, second, third counter if needed. If salary and equity are maxed, ask for a sign-on bonus or time equity boost or guaranteed refreshers. Okay, get creative. Lowball offers. Don't panic. Ask why. Can you help me understand why this role is valued at X when my experience suggests Y? Okay. Use mirroring techniques. Inquire about expectations. Avoid ultimatums. Don't paint yourself into a corner. Maintain grace. You never know when paths might cross again. The same person might be another company in the future. You might be interviewed by the same person again. So remember, don't burn bridges. That's very important. Strategic timings and well-planned counter offers are essential for maximizing your negotiation outcomes. That's very important. You must always have the winner's mindset. It isn't about being greedy, it's about understanding your worth and fighting for it in a world that won't just hand it to you on a silver platter. Most people are too afraid, too polite, too naive to play this game effectively. Don't be one of them. That's very important. Embrace the discomfort, embrace the strategic information game, embrace the fact that your success in negotiation directly correlates to your financial freedom. Now, go out there and get what's yours. And thank you. See you in the next video.